So my first thought was shoulders, elbows lower is one of the guidelines to Nei Kung. Pardon me. When between sections I run off and chug fizzy water, so my speech comes back a little bubbly. Sorry, too much info. But then we're just doing like a 10 important points unit, because that's one of the important points is shoulders, elbows lower. How can we take something out of Nei Kung? I thought. Well, I don't think we've ever done this before, so a little bit of an experiment. But we will take our first section and do a very specific aspect of the alignment. And that is stretching through the hands, through the wrists, through the fingers. It's part of Pong energy. If you remember when we do that unit, we say to get the Pong energy in a sort of tricky way, just pretend you're reaching out. Really pretend like, okay, I'm about to shake hands with someone, and reach out your hand. And you'll reach out with a certain kind of stretching through the arm that doesn't happen if you think in martial arts terms for some reason. So if you take that idea, like go ahead, like, hey, nice, like you're gonna reach out and shake hands with me. We've just sanitized, no fear associated with this one. We're gonna reach out and shake hands. And then keep that feeling through the wrist, through the fingers, and then just let that feeling rest down by your side. So here we are, again in Tai Chi, taking attention to the sensation and alignment of a particular part of the body as a way to affect our entire movement. I thought about that, but yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. So try it right, I know I guess we don't usually do it left-handed, but try it left-handed with the same idea. Get the Pong energy, feel that in your wrists and your hands. And we're gonna do the whole first section just focusing on that feeling. Now, when we go into a beak, it won't quite be the same, but imagine if you had that feeling and made a beak out of it. When we get into a fist, it can't really be like that, right? But imagine you had that feeling and made a fist out of it. I'm trying to look ahead to potential problems. Let's just do it without thinking too far into the problems. So, get your Pong energy, get your first section ready. If you don't have it in your memory, just copy me, copy my feet, and try to keep that feeling in your hands. And begin, recall this may go a little slower than our normal class pace. Continuous practice with a focus on stretching through the hands. Oh wait, but we even talked about this, fingers stretch. Oh yeah, remember that. Move. Trust the rest of your Tai Chi body. Only focus on the hands. Keep that extended feeling. It may be a little off from your normal, from quote-unquote correct Tai Chi, but it's okay. We're isolating a thing. We're isolating an alignment. If you feel tension in your wrists or hands or fingers, let go of that tension. It's not a tense feeling. Like I said, if some other part of your alignment goes funky, don't worry. Keep your focus on the fingers, on the hands. Another way to say it is stretch through the fingers. And when inevitably you catch yourself thinking about something else, don't get mad. Just start over. Stretch through the hands, through the wrists, through the fingers. This is brush knee push 2. For those sequence name oriented people. Stretch through the fingers. Trust the rest of your Tai Chi. Don't think about it. If you've practiced at all, it's in there somewhere. If you really get lost, just sync up with me. Don't think about it too much. Stretch through the hands, through the wrists, through the fingers. Did you have it even at the end? Did you still have it? It's okay if you didn't. Trying to get it is the way to actually get it. So. It sounds obvious, but trying to get it and not getting it is the path to getting it, right? Okay. We got about 4 minutes left in this part of class. Are there any questions about that? Share your, here we would share your experience, what it was like, how it felt, and I always find that very informative, sometimes surprising, and beneficial to understanding your training. If you feel tense in the shoulders, that could happen. Go ahead and roll them a little bit and relax. If you feel tense in the neck, roll it a little bit. Don't go too hard on it. If you felt this as connection through your shoulder, through your back, that's great. If you felt like the arms didn't do as much, that's also great. But I'm curious, let me know if you feel like sharing or have a question about it. Let's try one more time. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. We may run over into Master's Path, but that's all right. We'll just start Master's Path a little late. Feel for any tension that might have been increased by doing your form a little differently. Try to release that tension you might find. Stretch fingers a little. Say names, but try to just focus on that one line. Ward off left. Ward off right. Pull back and press. Practice this alignment in embracing horse, you might just try to let the arms feel kind of like that for a second. Single lift. Lift hands. Strike with shoulder, white crane spreads wings. Knee push one. Playing guitar one. Brush knee push two. Brush knee push three. Brush knee push four. Playing guitar two. Brush knee push five. Remember, if something else feels a little wrong, try an exercise and letting that go for now. Don't become rigid. Hidden hand punch. Don't become rigid in your current understanding of Tai Chi. This is a hard lesson. Be ready to revise your understanding. Let it be a little loose for now. Withdraw and push. Stretch through the fingers. Palm in the energy in the arms. Cross hands. So if you've read, we're about out of time, we'll bow out Black Access Training momentarily. But if you recall somewhere in that Nei Kung book or the Tai Chi, one of CK Chu's books, it's talking about how you want to imagine the channels through the body, like think of capillaries, bigger blood vessels, nerves, carpal tunnels, all those kind of things, like all these little tubes through the body. Think of opening up as much of those as you can, and we focus less on the hands because that's what people look at anyway. But this isn't about copying the hands. This is about a feeling in the hands and an alignment. So I hope that made some sense. The only way it really makes sense, right, is if you try it enough that you feel it for yourself. So as we help you get better at Tai Chi, and as you help yourself get better at Tai Chi, it'll be more and more of that, right? We'll sort of guide you into where you can really have the revelation of feeling it be correct. That's the only way it sticks, really. So let's keep adding stuff on. Let's bow out our Black Sash training. The path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. Focused mind sees no obstacles. The path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. The path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. Okay, Black Sash training dismissed. Now to each other.